You're about to waste $80, and you're going to do it in the next 4 minutes with total confidence. Here's how it happens. You're staring at a checkout cart on screen. 2 drives side by side. One drive is fast and expensive. One drive is slow and cheap. And you pick based on a rule you scribbled in your head years ago and never questioned. Either newer is better, buy the big fast one, or storage is storage, buy the cheap one. Both of those instincts can cost you the same $80. Not because one drive is bad, because you matched the wrong drive to the wrong job. I've done this. I bought a 4 terabyte SSD to hold movies I watch once a year. Movies just sit there glowing, indifferent to load speed. I paid a premium for speed I will never, ever feel. So here's what you'll have by the end of this. The exact drive to buy circled for your situation, the exact one to walk past, and the reason the store is quietly hoping you don't figure out the difference. No jargon, no spec sheets. This is a head-to-head in the ring, because you're not curious, you're about to spend money. Let's meet the contenders. The hard drive is old. It's a record player. Actual spinning metal discs inside. Actual little arm that swings across to find your file. It's been doing this since before you were born. It is cheap, it is enormous, and it is slow. In the way a record player is slow. You watch the needle physically crawl toward where the music starts. The SSD has no moving parts. Nothing spins, nothing swings. It's more like a wall of light switches. Flip the right ones, your file is there. Instantly. No waiting for anything to arrive because nothing has to travel. Now watch what each one is quietly trying to sell you. The hard drive is selling you space. Mountains of it, stacked to the sky for pennies. The SSD is selling you a feeling. A fingertip touching glass and the screen answering that same instant. Round 1. Upfront price. Today, a good 4 terabyte hard drive runs you somewhere around $80 to $90. A 4 terabyte SSD, $200 and up easily. Same amount of space, more than double the money. Do the per gigabyte math on a chalkboard, and it's brutal. The hard drive is charging you roughly 2 cents a gigabyte. The SSD wants 5, 6, sometimes more. Round 1. Hard drive. Not close, but price alone is how people get robbed. So, round 2. Real-world speed. And this is where the hard drive gets embarrassed. Your computer boots up. That's not one file loading. That's your computer frantically grabbing thousands of tiny scattered files at once. Picture a librarian sprinting between 40 different shelves to bring you 40 different books. The hard drive is one librarian with one cart, physically walking every single time. The SSD is a librarian cloned 40 times, one standing at every shelf simultaneously. That's the whole difference. Not faster, different in kind. Boot times drop from 90 seconds to 12. Games that took a minute to load open before you've stopped adjusting your headphones. Your laptop stops doing that thing where you click something and the cursor just spins. Round 2. SSD. Also not close. So we're tied, and you're now sitting exactly where the store wants you. Convinced the answer is buy the biggest SSD I can afford. Round 3. Which speed do you actually feel? Copy a huge movie file to an SSD. The bar snaps shut in seconds. Copy it to a hard drive. The bar crawls for a few minutes. On paper, the SSD crushed it, but you weren't watching. You started the copy and walked off to make coffee. Here's the thing about speed. You only feel it when you're standing there waiting. And nobody sits and watches a backup happen. Nobody stares at the archive of tax documents they haven't opened since 2019 tapping their foot. So for anything you touch daily, SSD speed is worth real money. For anything you touch twice a year, that speed evaporates like breath on a cold window the moment you walk away from the screen. You paid for it, you will never once experience it. Round 3. Hard drive. On a technicality that happens to be worth $80. Now, before I give you the verdict, there's a thing nobody mentions in these comparisons, and it's the reason the obvious answer is backwards. Here's what they don't tell you. You'd assume the drive with no moving parts is the one you'd trust for a decade sitting in a closet. It's solid, it's electronic, nothing to break. Nope, opposite. An SSD stores your data as trapped electrical charge. Think of it like a wall of buckets, each holding a tiny bit of water. The pattern of full and empty buckets is your file. Now unplug it. Slide it into a drawer. The buckets leak. Slowly, over years, that charge drains, drip by drip. Sitting on a shelf, powered off, an SSD's data quietly decays. Warm room. Faster. Meanwhile, the hard drive, that clunky record player, is storing your data as magnetism stamped on metal. Magnets don't leak. That drive can sit in a closet for a decade and hand your files back like nothing happened. Read that again. The old, slow, cheap technology is the more reliable one for long-term cold storage. The premium one has an expiration date. So the giant SSD you bought as your safe, permanent backup, the one you paid a $200 premium for, is worse at the exact job you bought it for. You paid extra for speed you can't feel on a drive that's less trustworthy for the thing you're using it for. Congratulations, you played yourself. Beautifully, efficiently. And this is why the store never corrects you. Walk into any big box electronics aisle and the SSDs are at EYE level with a sticker that says 10 times faster. The hard drives are banished to the bottom shelf next to the printer cables. The sign says 10x faster. What it means? 10 times faster at things you're not doing. That's not a lie. It's a true fact, placed where it will be, misread. There's a difference, and the difference is worth $80 per customer. And there are a lot of customers. So here's the verdict. And I'm not going to weasel out with "it depends." That's where your operating system lives. Your apps, your current games, the stuff you open every day. Around $80 to $120. Every dollar of that you feel. Every single boot. Then buy a big, dumb, cheap hard drive for everything else. 4 terabytes, $80. Photos from 2014. Every movie you'll rewatch someday. Backups. The stuff that just needs to sit there and exist. Total about $180, and you got 5 terabytes and a computer that feels brand new. The alternative? One 4 terabyte SSD alone on the receipt is $260 for less total space and worse cold storage reliability. That gap is your $80. It was never about buying cheap or buying expensive. It was about buying mismatched. And the one situation where the other one wins? If you edit video, or you're a photographer scrubbing through raw files daily, and you're actively working out of that archive, then yes, the big SSD earns its keep, because now you're the one drumming your fingers, waiting. Speed only counts when you're the one standing there. Everyone else? 2 drives, modest and fast for now, huge and cheap for later. The industry's whole model rests on a beautiful assumption that you'll translate faster into better and never ask faster at what. And mostly you do. We all do. Fast is a good word. It feels like the correct thing to buy. But speed isn't a feature. It's a feature only when you're waiting. So here's what I actually want to know. Look at whatever drive you're storing your photos on right now. The wedding, the kid, the trip. Is it plugged in or is it buried in a drawer? Because if it's an SSD in a drawer, you've got homework this weekend. Tell me what you find.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment on what topic you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching. So, what video do you want to see next? Drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.